Back in the office, ready for my third and final day of the tips that I have learned, things that I have learned in my mentoring while I've been here with Dr. Sean Strong, my mentor, my spiritual father. I'm here I'm here. So glad to be here. So glad to be able to share this with you. It's a great opportunity. We're going to wait a little bit here, and then we'll get started. Again, welcome everyone. We're so happy that you could be here today for my final day. Almost 100% sure Sean should be back here tomorrow. He should be doing this live stream tomorrow for you. Okay. So, we're going to start off. I'm going to just go right into it today. I don't have any little story or spiel that I'm going to go off of. But we're going to start off with the first tip. And what that is faith is important. Faith is very important. And I know this may sound really elementary. It may sound very beginnerish. But when you sit in the same place and you don't move around much, you don't see all the churches that I've seen. Being here just for 6 months, I've probably seen 20 different churches. It's incredible to see these things, to go around, and just traveling with him really changed my perspective on this, because almost everything that he does is based on faith. Sometimes when we travel, again, we travel for long periods of times. We're driving, and so sometimes I like to pick on his brain and just ask some questions. Some questions that have been in my mind, and I'm like, I really don't understand this. What is this? Like, what does this technically mean in this way? And we just go through that process sometimes, and sometimes it really just comes down to, well, we don't really know the answer. You're just gonna have to have faith and believe it. When it comes down to some of these things, it's just like, well, what does this actually mean? What is this actually supposed to? What are we supposed to do in this circumstance? Why does this happen? And it's just have faith. All the secret things. The secret things belong to the Lord, and you just have to go back on that and just believe it. You have to have the faith and just know that God knows what's best. God knows what's going on, and all of our belief, like our whole belief of Christianity, is all based on faith. You can't, without, we have to believe in a God we can't see. We have to believe in, the Bible stories that none of us have, seen and stuff. And so we have to have faith that really happens. Without faith, Christians would not exist, because we have to believe in all these little things that we can't determine 100%. But you have to determine for yourself what's real. And through seeing all of what I've seen, you really start to. The faith in me has really grown and changed since I started traveling. I've seen miracles happen, blind eyes. There was this one time, this one lady was going blind in her eyes, and Sean prayed over her, and when she opened her eyes again, she could see fine, and it was great. It was amazing just to see that. That was right in front of me. And when a person has enough faith and believes of nothing, this is what's going to happen. This is what I believe. And it happens. It just really opens your heart, and you get to see these things, all of our actions as Christians are based off of faith, Our praying, you have to believe that you're praying to you're praying to God, and God is there listening. We have to have faith in that. We have to believe. We have to have faith whenever we sow our seeds. When I sow this, I'm expecting a harvest. Therefore, I'm putting my faith in the seed to give me a harvest. like I said, traveling with Uncle Sean has really, really unlocked this new section of faith in my life. It has really opened up, I believe for a lot more things than I did beforehand. You know, and we just, whenever we get into faith, we need to act on faith, which leads me to the one of the good, famous, faith chapters in the Bible, which is James chapter 2, verse 14 through the 26, which I'll read here quick. That says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself is not accompanied by action is dead. But someone will say, 'You have faith and I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith with faith by my deeds. You believe there is one God, good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. And the scripture was fulfilled that says Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteous, and he was called God's friend." You see that a person is considered righteous by what they do and do not believe by faith alone. In the same way, was not even Rahab the prostitute considered righteous by what she did when she gave lodging to the spies and set them in a different direction? As a body without a spirit is dead, so is faith without deeds is dead. Our faith isn't really acted upon, like we have to put action to our faith. We have to start expecting more. We have to start praying for more. If you need something, God can give it to you. You just have to ask. We need to use our faith daily and in our prayer every day. We need to be pushing and using our faith every single day. And just for little things, God, the Lord, send someone my way just to give me a compliment to help me, get through today. I'm having a real hard day today, Lord. Send someone just to say something nice. Say hello. Say something to me, and just send them, and that way I can, I'll just feel a little bit better, because all of us needs something like that sometimes. We all need something that can just keep us going. Keep using your faith. Keep, expanding your faith. Expect for more. Sow for more. So, put in time in prayer to ask just for things that you need, and use the faith that you have in yourself to get what you want. As it said, Mark 11:22 through 24 says, "Have faith in God," Jesus answered. "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, 'Go, throw yourself into the sea,' and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask it for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." When you ask, like I was just saying, when you ask in prayer and you believe it without a shadow of a doubt that you can get something that you need, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything, anything that you need. Just ask for it and believe it. The faith of the mustard seed, as they use, as it says in the Bible. You just need a faith of as big as a mustard seed, and you can change everything around you. You can move the mountain if you do not doubt in your heart. That's just what we need to do. We need to do everything by faith. We can do anything when we have faith. We can, like you can heal people with faith. You can, you can save people with faith. You can change people with faith. If one of your family members is running away, you keep praying by faith that they're going to come back. They're going to come back because you're praying with faith. As long as you don't doubt. You cannot doubt what you are praying. You have to keep, in front of you the things that you want. Nothing is impossible for God. Nothing is too hard. Nothing is too challenging. Nothing is too big for God. He can do anything. He can do everything and anything that you need. All you have to do is ask, if you need some money, He's already got it. He paved all of His streets in heaven with gold. So I don't think He's lacking in any way, Healing, just ask for it. If you believe it, just like the woman with the blood issues, she believed it and just touched the hem of His garment, and she was completely whole. Wisdom and understanding, He'll give it to you. If you want anything else, you need a certain tool, or you need a certain item that would help change something in your life. God will give it to you if you ask Him for it and fully believe and do not doubt in what He'll give you whatever you need. He is your provider. He is your protector. He is, He's everything. He's everything to us. He is peace. He is, He's our provider, and that's just how we need to look at it. Like I said yesterday, it's all just stuff, but when the Lord gives it to you, it's super special. It's just amazing. It's amazing what we can do and what we can believe in, because God will never fail us. He will never leave us behind, because He is our Father, and He loves us so much. It's just great. It's just great to know that we got a God that's always there and that always cares for us. So yeah, which, that's it for that one. Because we love on Him, and we just care for Him, because nothing is impossible with God. That's just a powerful statement I'm going back to now, which I wrote back earlier in my notes, is nothing is impossible for God. It doesn't matter if it looks like it's the biggest giant you've faced, the biggest storm that you've gone through. It doesn't matter, because it's not bigger than our God is. Amen? Nothing is impossible. Nothing. There's nothing on this earth that could be big enough to stop God. So, just always keep that in your mind. Always keep that close to your heart, because when you fully hear that and you fully understand that, all of these little problems in your life just seem to shrink away and just, crumble away, and they don't even matter anymore. They don't even mean anything to you anymore, because that's how great our God is. He can do anything for us. He can do anything for you. He can do anything for me. He can do anything for your mom, your dad, your kids, your nephews, your nieces. It doesn't matter who it is. He can do anything for anybody, because we are His children. He loves us so much. My second one today, my second tip here is don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. We all have limited time on this earth, and limited time in our day as well. And when we start getting distracted, like I was really bad at when we first started, when I first started traveling with Uncle Sean. I was not very good at managing my time. I'd always do other stuff than what I needed to do. And he helped me through this, because he started to put a solid timing and a channel. He kind of channeled my schedule into one thing, and so that helped me stay, keep moving, keep doing these things, and it was just really good. I was wasting my precious time on doing stuff that I didn't even need. You know, I was there whenever Sean needed me to help him with something. I was there uh, whenever I needed to do something for him. But then after that, I always just seemed to slide off. But now, because when you get a hold of your time and you start locking yourself in on a certain schedule, I'm way more consistent in my my Bible reading, in my daily prayers, in my devotions, spending time in His presence. I'm way more consistent with that now than I was before. So if you struggle with that, you need to make yourself, okay, I need to do this, this, and this every single day, and find someone to help keep you accountable. Because there's been a couple of times where he's had to, just, hey, Micah, you gotta remember to do this today. And I said, okay, yes, sir, thank you for reminding me. We all need help, because sometimes it's harder for some than others to do this type of stuff. And it's just, we need to constantly be with Him. We constantly need to be with God. And you need to find a part of your day where you're spending time with Him. Because if you're not, then you start to lose what you have. You have to dig in. You have to dig into His Word, and you need to learn the Bible and what's going on with what's happening around us. We need to know the Bible more than anything else today because of what's going on in the world. As you look around, we need to dig into the Word, which leads me to my verse here for this, which is Psalms 119, 105. And it says, "The Word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." His Word guides us. It helps keep us on the correct path. Because when the night comes and, the storms are raging and everything starts to get dark, He is our light. He is our lamp that guides our feet. He guides our life with His Word. His Word is so good. It's the guidance that we all need. Everyone needs to be in His presence every day. We constantly need to be in His presence, Even while you're at work, just start worshiping and start digging in and get into the presence at work, And maybe He'll tell you of something that you need to do. Hey, go talk to this person. Hey, go do this for me. Go talk to this person. Do this instead of this. And, just all of these things that He could be doing to help us figure out what we need to do. And we just need to really, especially in these end times, we need to dig in. We need to find the Word. We need to dig in, and we need to find, we need to gain wisdom. We need to gain understanding of these things. We need to, just move with Him. We can't stray away from God right now. It's too close to the end. We need to dig in with our relationship even deeper. Move even deeper with our relationship into Him. And then my third and final tip for today is that church size doesn't matter. As we normally think, just sometimes the bigger churches probably have more anointing and more presence and stuff. Well, that's false, Not that Sean told me this. I figured this out kind of on my own when we went to these churches, because there were some churches that only had like 20 people, and the presence would move and change people. But then when we went to a church with 120, nobody was really, getting changed, because the people weren't as expecting. They were just there to be there for service, and then they aren't there to dig. They aren't there to increase their relationship. And so what really matters in the church is not the size, but the character and the hunger for each of the people. Again, I found this out as we were traveling and stuff, and this just really stuck out to me, because like I said, we have to be hungry for God more now than ever. Because everything is changing around us and the end times are here, and we gotta get ready. We need to prepare a way for God to be, come into our lives and change us and change the people around us. It's all about how hungry the people are. It's all about how bad they want the presence of God to come and change them. How bad they want the presence of God to come in and just, blow up in the room. We need to get stirred up again as a church. We need to start digging in more. Like I said on Monday, we have to dig. You can never settle. You have to dig. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep rolling with God. We need to start praying for revival once again. We need to start praying that His presence just sweeps over this nation again, and we just have another outpouring. We can't just be a stagnant nation anymore. We can't just be a stagnant church. We need to move. We need to be stirred up again. We need to find people to be hungry again, And it doesn't matter the church size. It matters about the character of the people and how hungry they are. So I just want to thank you guys for being here these past few days, as I've been giving all these tips, my first tip was don't settle. My second tip was it's all about souls. My third is tap into your mentor's anointing. 4 was don't be guided by emotion. 5 was always be a giver. 6 was have faith. 7 was don't waste your time. And 8 here was church size doesn't matter. It's about how hungry the people are. I just want to thank you for being here consistently. If you only got to see a couple, that's okay too. If you go back, they're still there on the page. I figured that they were pretty good, and because especially on these were timely things that I believe some people needed to hear, and that the church needs to hear, that we need to get stirred up again. And again, I just want to thank you for being here with me. Remember, we always would love your support. If you would like to just hit #donate, type that into Facebook right now. It will give you a web page to go to after the stream ends. You can click on it and you can go to wherever that takes you. And then, or if you don't like that, you can go to standingstrongministries.org and you can go donate there, which is also another option. And we just want to thank you for being here, and we just hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for taking out a little bit of time to listen. I hope this affected you in some way. And remember,